once again, we just want to demonstrate how we can use epsilon software solution to capture all necessary tax on the business transaction. Like we have in our proposal, epsilon software solution has modules for hospitality business management, that is hotel business and event center management. We have for wholesale and retail, departmental and multiple stores. We have for lease finance business. All these formal and informal sectors can use epsilon software to run their business, and applicable government taxes can be captured online later. Now, I'll just go briefly into how we get the setup for the tax. We have, for each of the business, there's global setup. I'm using a modify option to check the one I have on my screen now. And this is where we set up most of those parameters used to run the business. And part of the parameters we set up there are the taxes. Consumption tax of 1% has been set up in this business, withholding tax of 7.2% set up in this business, and VAT has been set up in this system, meaning for all transactions, sales in this domain hotel, whether lodging, if any of these taxes are applicable, system takes automatically, and once we make payment online real time, the amount is captured online real time. So I'm going to do a demo using only consumption tax as applicable in this hotel. Consumption tax of 1% is applicable on lodging fee. It's applicable on sales of items from the restaurants or from the kitchen. 1%, note it, 1%. So let's go back and do lodging and do sales of items and see how systems go to apply all these taxes. Now, again, I would like to mention again that there are other setups that have been done in the system where we nominated account for income, we nominated account for taxes. I wouldn't want to bother you with these setups so that I can make this video as brief as possible. Now, services, this is hospitality business module where we have an hotel businesses. We have functions like lodging services, which presently now incorporate checkout of guests, check-in of guests, checkout inspection, advanced booking room change. But most of our demo, we want to look at check-in. Now, this is just an automatic alert. We set up the system to alert us of present occupier that are overdue or about to check out me for a period of time. So the alert will just come once in a while, once I'm in the systems. But that is not where we're going today. Now, this is where we check in guests, where we collect relevant data. Remember, all this information, once available, it enriches our report, but not all of them are mandatory. So that's some that are mandatory. One key factor here again is that we use phone number as a unique identity of a customer that passed through our hotel. So if customer that's come to our hotel is coming back again and he gives on his phone number, like I want to use that as an example now. If it has passed through our system, the last record of information that's given to us will be populated here. And if it has not, it will tell us a new system, a new customer. This one has passed through our system before. Really, I put the phone number, system brings out the person. The surname is here, Ikechuku, first name, middle name, address. All this information supply the last time it came and lodged in our system. That's not where we're going. These are just features for hospitality business owner to know how rich our software is. Now, you just need to go through all the tables, all the tabs. Now, nationality is Nigeria. This is the FENCO registration number that he gave us the last time he came. If he's still with the same FENCO, we'll leave it. If it's not, we'll register the correct FENCO number. If it's not, they will remove it because this information needs to be as accurate as possible. Then under identity type, these are set up. This hotel only allows two forms of identity, driver license and IPP. IPP is national passport. Once I pick IPP, if this is what you used the last time, system will bring out the detail. He has brought it out the detail. This is what the customer gave us as national passport number, and I'm not sure passport number can change, except maybe when you renew the passport, maybe the passport number will not change. So in this case, if it's the same, we leave the number. If it's not, then we put the correct number this time around. Then all we need to now enter is arrival date. System automatically pick the date of the system, which is 9 January 2024. And then we will now enter the password day. How many nights does want to stay with us? If you want to stay for 3 nights, then if arrives 9 January, it's going to leave by 12 January 2024. That is 3 nights, my calculation. 10, 11, 12, 3 nights, my calculation. Then which room does not occupy? Only rooms that are available that are occupiable will come up. Only one room is left in this hotel at this time. So that is 001. We select it. And the system brings the information of this guy. It's still bringing out his information, email address, if the man still want to maintain it. So in essence, what we're just saying is that once the same customer and all the things have not changed, then we don't need to upload anything. We just make the job faster for us. Now, including the next of kin that he gave us that time. If we say we leave it, I want to assume it's the same thing. So the next we go is click for payment. When I say click for payment, system has given us, okay, it said the email validation of the next of kin failed with error code EM@001, which means there's @ missing. So I have to take care of that. What I put as email address is not correct. Possibly the last time it came, we didn't change that. So I'm going to change it now. Give what the email address must have at something. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, now click for payment. You know, like say click for payment, just check here. The amount due for now is 60,000. Now it has changed to 60,600, meaning 1% consumption tax has been added to the amount. Immediately, I want to go to payment detail. System has picked the 1% we set up and apply it on 60,000. The hotel room we are giving this guy is 20,000 per night, and it's for 3 nights, so 60,000. A system now apply 1%, which is 600 as a task. Now, this is the major part of this system. Here, in many hotels, if the customer is in front of the front desk officer, we expect the customer to pay either by doing a transfer or by using a POS or by paying cash. So whatever mode the customer used to pay, we select it here because all the mode of payment that are available in the hotel have been predefined. Like I told you, I won't bother with all this. We have defined this, and these are things that will come with the system day one, and we'll guide them on how to do definition. So these are all the various mode of payment available in this hotel. I want to assume the person is only with POS. I put POS. Immediately I choose POS here. The next thing in the system is going to be asking me for which bank POS, because this hotel uses a bank. That's why it has a POS. So which bank POS? Because that money is meant to go to an account of the bank of this hotel. So here we have defined at hotel definition all the banks the hotel is using, and then whichever one, and including a common piggy bank definition. This is representing cash. Once we accept cash over the counter, we assume that cash is going in the piggy bank, which means at any point in time, whatever we have in piggy bank is the cash we have in the hotel. You can always use that to reference how much cash we have in the hotel. Until you move the money to bank, that piggy bank is going to increase. Anytime you move money to bank, it will reduce by the amount you have moved to the bank. Now, this person is using POS to pay, and we're giving UBA POS, and that is the detail of the UBA account of the hotel. So once I select this, system populates here that we are about to pay to United Bank of Africa using the POS. How much? 60,600. So I'm going to put that there, and then I save. Immediately I save this, it means we have hotel has an income of 60,000, and then there's a tax of 600 going to the government account. Now, how do we say this? Let me look at this before I now do other consumption of other items from the hotel. I will also look at that, and then we'll end the video there. So there is this standard report and inquiry, which I refer to as one top shop for seeing all the transactions in monetary value, and that is called, under account inquiry, consolidated ledger. This shows us every transaction that has been happening in the bank. The one, I mean, that has been happening in this hotel. Now, the one that matters to me now is what we just done now. We have done, the tax has been added to the existing tax amount in that tax for lodging. But for me to see what it is, this is 8,042 naira 8 kobo tax that has been so far realized in this hotel under lodging. If I click on detail to break down the amount you are seeing there, and we're going to see that our single item, which I want to show you. Our single item is done on 9th January. You can see this is the last one there. 600 is here. All other ones have been there before here. So the one we just done is what you are seeing here, 600 tax based on that 60,000 lodging. So the government tax is already recorded here. Now let's go out again and now try to consume. This same customer that just checked in, the customer want to see whether if you consume anything in the hotel, the system will also charge the tax as applicable. Remember, we call it consumption tax, percentage is 1%. So I'll go back under this kitchen and restaurant. Let's say the customer is adding for a room service. It's not going to the bar to buy. It's calling for room service and asks us to supply some items to the rooms. Now, this is room service module on this application. Here, what do? We select the room number of the person. All the people that log in the hotel will be here. People that are logging present have not check out, they are here. So I'm going to pick the one I just finished now so that we can reference it. This is the person that just checked in. It's checking to 001. Now, let's say this person charge product, there's no charge for mineral room service. We're only going to pay for whatever we are supplying in the room. So I'm going to select all the products that we have in the hotel, what the customer called for. Now, these are the list of items that we have in this hotel. In our restaurant, let's say the customer called for Coca-Cola, just 1,000. I'll pick 3 items so that we can see what happens. If he wants to buy 2, say you bring 2 bottles of Coca-Cola, one is 1,000. Then we are not giving any discount. With that, 2,020 is the amount he's going to pay. 20, that is 1% of 2,000. Now, after Coca-Cola, let's say he's also buying bottled water. A bottle water is 500. Say you should give him 3, for example. 3 bottled water, no discount. That will be 1,500. No discount. 1,500. We have 15 naira as the tax. 15 naira as the tax. You can see it there. 1515. Now, let's pick one more item. This time around, let's say he's asking us to give him a breakfast, bread breakfast, which is 3,000. Just a 1-to-1 plate and no discount. 1 plate, 3,000, no discount. You should know that will give us 3,030. So these are 3 items, 20 naira, 15 naira, and 30 naira will be added to task. And then we can identify where they are coming from. So now there's an option here, ask to bill. If you say add to bill, at this point, the customer is not paying for it immediately. So we're not going to realize our income yet. Our income and the taxes are realized at the point of payment. So let's assume he's paying the person that supplied the item to the customer in the room. So come to payment details. So he's paying through which means. Let's say it's paid through POS, like we have said before. And then POS that's using to pay is the POS that this bank collected from selling bank POS. So once selling bank POS, we expect the money to go to selling bank account selling bank account this in the hotel. So the hotel, we also keep track of money movement from POS, from transfer. We have what we call a mirror account in this system that mirrors whatever we have in the bank based on all these payments. We'll talk about that one later. That's not meant for this discussion. So the total amount we need to pay for these three items is what we have here, 6565, addition of this, and this, and this. So let's say the customer is paying that money, 6,565 naira. Now, it's paid through PS, and we say save. Once we save, system will realize the income separately, it will realize the tax separately, and each of them will sit on the accounts where they're supposed to be. Okay. Now, in this case, update of income specific account failed for BR001 error act 005 for update. One of these items have not defined the income account, and that is why this transaction is failing. It's going to highlight the one that has not been defined. So that means we use room service creation credit error 14001. So for purpose of this exercise, I'm going to take that one out and then do the one that has been defined for convenience. So let's try again. 001. 001, that's the room the person is. 001. I know those ones that everything has been defined fully, so I'll use those examples. So one of those ones that have been defined fully is, let me just use that for convenience. Breakfast, bed breakfast have been defined fully. Let's say it's by 2. No, that is 6,060. Then let me take one more item that I know the income as well as the tax has been defined fully in the system. That is Star Lager. So Star, let's say, is buying 2 bottles of Star Lager. So that's also 1,010. Now, these two of them become 2,020. Now, one more item. Let's say it's taking a palekusi soup. That's plate of food. Sorry. So I was spending my time and I've wasted time in changing all those things. 1. Sorry about that, sir. So 1 plate, 3,500. Okay, now, because there is a discount, remove the discount for me, no discount. So it's 2,727. Tab 3,535. That is the total amount is going to pay. 3,500 with 1%, we have 35 naira. 3,000 and 3,535 naira. So with this, I can save. Okay, before I save, let's say it's paying immediately so that we can realize our income. So it's saying PS and it's using send it back account. The total amount is paying is 11,615. So let's save that. Yeah, this one is saved successfully because all the income account as well as tax accounts are well defined. So let's go back to our one-stop shop, which I call consolidated ledger, and see the impact of those 3 items the customer in room 001 has purchased. Okay, still under kitchen and restaurant, inquiry, account inquiry, consolidated ledger. Now, if you go to tax, the customer bought bread breakfast. Bread breakfast is called wraps. No, sorry. Bread breakfast fall under this beverages breakfast. The tax amount is 801. If I click details, let's go and identify the one we just did. As at 9 January, how much tax do we see? This 9 January, 60 naira. Remember, 60 naira is the tax amount because it's 6,000 what we bought then. I see that's only this that happened on 9 January. That's the tax. There was also bottled water. Did we buy bottled water? No, we did Star Lager. That's what we did, Star Lager. Star Lager falls under alcoholic beer. So it's here. The amount, we have 340 naira there. And the Star Lager as at 9, we have 20 naira from a Star Lager that we bought. That's the tax of Star Lager. And then lastly, wrap of food, the swallow. Wrap of food, the swallow, 62 naira. Let's see where the tax is coming from. That's it. The 62 naira we just did. That's the first tax element that's coming from that place. So those 3 items, the tax are recorded. If we are interested in the income, we can always scroll down and check the income and also confirm the same way I've confirmed the tax on all those items. So if I scroll down like this, okay, and click on detail, let me leave the details out and scroll down until I get to the income part of this one-stop shop. Let me scroll down until I get to income. These are tax. Everything we do, come back to reflect here, and we can easily see this. Okay, this income, lodging, total amount is 28 million. And let's see the one, okay, this is all the amount that we have there. If I scroll down, the one for 9 January, we'll see the amount contributed from that. 9 January. This is not in order, it's not arranged. Okay, this is 9 January, the lodging, 9 January 2024, 1,000. 1,000. 9 January 2024, done by HOP user, which is this. So we have that for 9 January. Now that's income. Talking of income now. Now, income on, we have checked lodging. We have checked beverage and breakfast. Okay, beverage and breakfast. Let's see that one too. The one we just did. What is the income we realize from that? 9 January, 30,000. So just like the enterprise, that's the hotel, can get as valuable information as possible from this one-stop shop, government can only be interested in the tax element of it. So this is how this is captured, and it is done across all our modules. Whether it's the one for poultry farming business, whether it's the one for event center business, whether it's the one for lease finance business, whether it is also for wholesale and retail trade. Everything is run the same way. This bookkeeping, one-stop shop, cut across all the modules. Thank you very much for listening. Like I said earlier, the way we realize our income can be online real time, in which case we're going to have a payment interface, payment gateway that can get government tax immediately remitted. And then it has a setback in that if the customer is not consuming the service and needs a refund, the tax element will to be refunded because that's going to the customer account. But if it is the one we do, creating a mirror account for us, that at any point in time, we can easily take the money, then we can do the reversal. Let me stop there today. We'll have a physical demo where a lot of questions can be asked and we can explain further. Thank you very much for listening and do have a wonderful day.